Hi guys, so this here is my favorite place. It's called Cosmopolitan. Come in. This is Senegalese food. This is called chet, and this is a meat called guinard with some sauce onion and curry sauce. So yeah. Way to the Monument de la Renaissance. It's so pretty, like you have the view from the top of Dakar. Okay, I'm here at this beautiful place called Monument de la Renaissance. Come and have a check, a look. I'm here at Gorée Island. We're arrived. It's very hot, as you can see, but I'm very hungry and I'm gonna take a local sandwich right now. Salam alaikum. Je peux avoir un sandwich s'il vous plaît? C'est avec viande hachée. The sandwiches are with meat. Yeah. And eggs.
This one is very big, 700.
700. Merci. So this is how it looks like.
It's very big, huh? It's very big.
It's big.
Hi, my name is Anne Nixon, TV producer at NTV Uganda. Keep watching Spice Destination.
Gorée is a small island. It's known for the slave trade back in the 19th century. And I'm here to get my tickets. So come and join me. To get in the boat to get to the Île Gorée. This is how the boat looks like. So yeah. After 20 minutes and we're gonna get off and let's check.
One of the slave houses on the island. One of them, there were about 28 all around the island. But today, it is the only one remained now on the island. It was built by the Dutch in 1776. It housed 150 to 200 slaves, men, women, and children. 150 to 200. It's a total number on this house.
Wow.
So many times the whole family might be here, the father, the mother, and the children. So when they entered here, they were separated from themselves. For example, here it was 4 men. 10 men, 10 to 15 men stayed here. They were all half naked, shackled around the neck and arms. They were lying on the floor and were freed. They were freed only once a day for the toilet. Unhappy sometimes they did the toilet at the same place. That's why here the rate mortality was very high. 25 to 30% slaves died here. They died because they were sick. They died because they were ill-treated. And also, they were revolting sometimes. They were revolting in this house. They were fighting against the white people. Also, there was no medical care on the island, no cemeteries. So when the slave was died or sick, they were just thrown into the water. That's why there were so many sharks on this island. Okay? And the value of man depended on their weight. This is the weighing room. They raised them here, old men, they were weighed here. So the minimum weight was 60 kilos. Every man had to weigh 60 kilos before going to America. And those who have under 60 kilos, they were fed up here for 3 months. They ate what they call the French beans mixed with palm oil. Here is what for children, infants. Children, children are said here, from 10 to 15 years old. All the children was naked. Naked? Naked children. They didn't have clothes. They were lying on the floor, no blanket here.
How many?
About 50 children stayed here.
50?
50 children lying like sardines. Many children separated from their parents. The mother may go to Brazil, father could go to Haiti, and go to another country. So the separating would start from here. And they never left this island with their African names. They all were branded on the back. It's only when they get there they have names, others' names, but no African names. It was a triangular business from Europe to Africa, Africa to America, America to Europe. And here is what for the young girls. The virgin girls, they were more expensive. The virgin girls. At that time, there was no money. They used to exchange slaves with alcohol, weapons, guns, clothes. For example, one man is one gun.
Here.
Yeah, one man is one gun. One man was very strong, 60 kilos or more. The value is one gun. One woman is just one bottle of wine. One child is just one piece of glass. So the virgin girls, they were more expensive. One virgin girl is just a barrel of rum. They were more expensive. But here, unhappily, many young girls, they were raped by white masters.
And there were how many people inside?
Here, 50 young girls, all half naked lying on the floor. And here, they used to go to the toilet here. The place where they used to go to the toilet. And the door was closed the whole day, and they just stayed here for 3 weeks before they were being sent to other places. But when a girl was raped by the white master, she didn't sleep anymore. She gets freed on the island, and she has the children have more opportunity to go to school and got help from the French government. But after our independence in 1960, these children having black and white parents were not allowed to go to France. They stayed just on this island or in Dakar or in city or the big cities. Yeah. This was for men who have under 60 kilos. This was a feeding room. Feeding room for men who have under 60 kilos. They were fed up here for 3 months. They ate here what we call the French beans mixed with palm oil. 3 months to become fat. But after 3 months, if some of them didn't have 60 kilos, they were just freed back here as local slaves. After 3 months, as local slaves. This was a jail for men, only for men, because men sometimes are very violent. So to punish them, they made them entered here. No windows here. Many men died because no air to breathe. So when they died here, there was no cemetery on the island, they just throw them into the water. Do you know Nelson Mandela? No. Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. Yeah, he came on the island when he was released from jail. Because Senegal was one country which was fighting against apartheid. So when the guy took this to the jail, Mandela entered here for 10 minutes. He stayed here, and when he came out of here, he had tears on his face. People say maybe that they remind him of the time he was spending in South Africa. It was just in 1991. Here is what we call today a door of no return voyage, la porte d'Ivoire sans retour. The door of no return. Why a door of no return? Because when the slaves passed this way, they never come back to Africa. They were shipped out to go to Brazil, to Haiti, to Cuba, and to Jamaica. They were chained 2 by 2. And at the middle of the chain, there was an iron ball having about 10 kilos. So the slave had to carry very heavily, so they couldn't run away. Yeah, they put them on the feet and on the arms, like this one. Shipped out from here. Door of no return voyage. Okay, the two shelves here were for
the girls, right?
it was waiting rooms.
Okay.
Waiting room for the slaves, and the two other one are for the guards.
Yeah.
The guards stayed here. The guards that were former slaves became guards. They were given gun to shoot any slave trying to run away from the boat. So these slaves had no chance to survive from here because they were killed by the guard or they were killed by the shark. I would think that in 1992, the Pope Jean Paul II came on Gorée Island, and he visited this house. But he felt very sad when he learned that many white missionaries were involved in the slave trade. And that's why he asked forgiveness in this door of no return. And people say here, okay, we're going to forgive, but we never forget. We never forget this history. So the slave was shipped out from here. The big boat stayed 1 mile from here. Then the slave was taken here by a small group, by 10, by 20 to the big boat called the Négrier. The total number on this boat was 325 slaves on board. The duration was 6 or 10 weeks to get their destination. But the main destination here is Brazil. Brazil was the main destination. Many slaves went to, more than 50% of slaves went to Brazil, because Brazil is the country which was nearest of Gorée, Senegal. The door of no return voyage. They used to be a wooden raft here, wooden raft. So now with erosion, because now the sea is rising, and this island is becoming smaller. When I was younger, we used to go all around the island. We toured around the island. But now, what happened now, the sea is becoming smaller because the sea is rising.
Yeah.
So we are losing land.
That's why they do.
Yeah. So the best way now to practice this island is to build a wall all around the island. Yeah. Also with climate change.
Yeah.
The climate change is now a big problem. The weather is becoming hotter and hotter every year. Yeah. As I told you, this was for the guards. In these guards, they were former slaves. They were given guns to shoot any slave trying to run away from here. That's why here a very high number of slaves died before they would be shipped here. They died because they were sick. They died because they were revolting. They died because they were ill-treated. Yeah. So let's go to this other cell. It is the biggest one for the women. The biggest room in this house. It was for women. And these women, they come from different countries. They come from Niger, they come from Mali, they come from Senegal. So when they were here, no communication, because they were different ethnic groups. They didn't have a single language. So when the slave left this island, they didn't have names, nothing, just a number on the back. They were branded on the back. No names, no religion, just a simple number on the back. It's when they get their destination, they got the name of their European names, but no African names. And this house was not the only one, as I told you at the beginning. There were many slave houses all around the island, built by French, Portuguese, Dutch, and English. But the last one to move this island was the French, just after our independence in 1960. So the Portuguese occupied Gorée just for 20 years. You have Dutch from 1677 to 1677. There were 50 years. So after the long fighting between English and French. So the English, they took Gorée from the French at 5 times back and forth for 30 years. So slave trade was abolished by the French in 1848. 1848 was the last French abolition in their colonies, in West Africa or in the West Indies, by Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte. This is the biggest jail in this house.
Jail?
Jail, prison, yeah. Only for men who are very strong, who are tall. They were chained on the wall. Come here. You see, many slaves stayed here.
Okay.
Why they were jailed here? Because these men didn't have any ideas why they come on this island, why their family was separated from them, why the mother is in the other side, the children on the other side, and the men here. Didn't have any ideas, otherwise they get very violent. So to punish them, they made them intern here. It may be they made stay here 1 day or 3 days, but most of them died because they were sick, because they spent all day chain around neck and arm. That's why many of them died.
Hi everyone, my name is Tumuhere Bruno Edgard, aka also known as Edgar the Bard. Keep watching Spice Destination.
The top of here was a residence for the white masters, the white traders. They lived here on the top and they slept down the stairs. So that's why whenever I come here, I wonder how could this monster live here with all happening down the stairs. People dying, crying with a bad smell, and then they enjoy themselves. It's very incredible. Here you have some kind of chains the slaves have to carry on their neck. You see? The slave's neck, on their feet, and on their arms. This is for the slaves' necks. A slave, all the slaves, they were shackled around the neck in this house. They were not freed, slaves. They were all chained because they could not run away from here. Yeah. You see? All these old items found around this house. Only men were chained, only men, because at that time women were not so violent. Only men were handicapped. Women stayed and not so violent. Yeah. This place here was a balcony for the white masters. They stayed here just to have a look on the boat living here. Sights. The boat is still 1 mile from here. And all these houses all along the coast were slave houses, all along the coast. Around. And also now, we can find in this house mixed women who had black and white parents. They are descendants of black and white, because in this house, many slaves were raped by the masters. So once a girl was raped on Gore, she was not a slave anymore. They get married or they live on concubine. So when the children was born here, they have more opportunities on Gore Island. They run the business, they have more opportunity to go to school and got the help from the French government. But after our independence in 1960, when the French went back home, these children having black and white parents were not allowed to follow their fathers in France. So they stay in Dakar, Gore, Saint-Louis, and Rifisque. Yeah. Even now, if you go to Saint-Louis, you can find people like you and you have mixed colors.
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah.
I've been there.
This is some very old item found here for the slave's neck, arm, and feet. They were not allowed. They have no freedom in this house. They were all chained till they get the boat to America or Brazil or other places. Okay, and this is some old item for the Dutch people. They used to use the gas lamp. And in the times, the slave used to eat what they call calabash. They used to eat here. This kind of item. Tools, yeah. Here also was a Dutch item here, found here. That's a very old one. So the name Gorek, as I told you, it comes from the Dutch name. They called it Hoedrede. So Hoedrede was mispronounced, so it became Gore. Hoedrede means a good harbor. Good harbor. But the first name, before European came here, the name was Bear. Bear was a local name given by the fishermen. Now this climate changed, we have no bear anymore. So the second name was Ilha de Palma. When the Portuguese came here for the first time, because they were the first one to come on Gore Island in 1444, they called it Ilha de Palma, because there were so many palm trees around the island. Palm Island. Then the name became Hure, Hure became Gore. Gore in our local language means dignity. Gore, dignity. Hure became Gore. Gore means dignity. First time on Gore, there were no baobab here, only palm trees. This baobab was planted here by the French. And the oldest one was planted here in 1864. The food is commonly called the monkey bread. I'm going to
Wow.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the fruit. We make juice, and the juice is called the bui. It's good. Yeah, I like bui.